Hey, Modern Day Warrior here. Coming on to do a video of my record store day haul this past weekend, this past Saturday. Um, what was it? Today's the 25th, so it was April 23rd, Saturday. And I took a ride down to Princeton Record Exchange here in New Jersey, where I'm from. I used to go to Vintage Vinyl in Fords, New Jersey, Woodbridge area. For those people in New Jersey who may know that area, who may know Vintage Vinyl Records, they closed down last summer. That was my go-to place. It was only about two towns over from me, so it was really it was really easy to go there, and it was a great record store. It was part of my youth growing up. I used to go there all the time when I was in high school. But sadly, the owner, Rob Roth, he decided to retire last year after 40 plus years of having it open. So he did well. He went through his highs and lows, through his lean years, when vinyl was kind of dead, but he had CDs, he had everything. And he stayed afloat, and it became one of the premier record stores in New Jersey. But it, closed down last August. So now I go to Princeton Record Exchange, which is about 45 minutes south of my house, of where I live, and went down there Saturday morning. Got there a little late, though. The line was a bit long. Usually like to get out of the house a little earlier, but my list wasn't really, for this particular record store day, wasn't actually, it wasn't really a lot on the list that I needed to get. But I just kind of more went for fun, and had a couple of things in mind. And if I got them, I got them. If I didn't, well, I didn't. So, but I'm going to show off a couple of things that I got. So, first one I got was, what was it? Alice in Chains, We Die Young EP. So, yeah, this was cool. I got the Sap EP a couple record store days ago, so I felt compelled that I needed to get the Alice in Chains, the We Die Young, which is nice. I mean, it's got three songs on it. One of them is Killing Yourself, is not actually on any AIC album, so this is kind of really cool, and it's kind of enticing to pick it up. So, and I love Alice in Chains. They're probably my favorite band to come out of that whole Seattle scene. I never really considered them grunge, though. They were more metal than me, but great band. I just recently saw Jerry Cantrell solo, and he was fantastic. So, yeah, so We Die Young. There's the back is here. There you go, three songs. Record Store Day release. So that's one of them. Next one's one of my favorite Canadian bands, Voivod, and this is Angel Rat. And this is, here's the back of it. So, yeah, you got Denise Bellinger, Denise Damore, and Michael Langvin drums trio, rounded out by some other musicians on here. So, we'll show you the hype sticker there. Record Store Day. Yeah, Angel Rat, produced by Terry Brown of Rush fame. This is a deep purple with lime monster green swirl vinyl, limited to 6,000 copies. So I believe this was never released in North America back when this album was released in '91. So it was nice to pick this one up. Love Voivod, they're a great band. Another band I've gotten into really like the last decade, 15 years, is Opeth. My Arms Your Hearse. Comes on double 140 gram purple white swirl vinyl, as you can see there. I think this was limited to 1,500 copies, so it wasn't really that many pressed up. So I don't have too much Opeth on vinyl, so I was like, let me grab this because it's pretty limited. There's the back there. So yeah, Opeth, I mean, I love them too. They've really gotten progressive over the years, but this is one of their earlier albums, My Arms Your Hearse. Um, I'm gonna. I didn't actually. I couldn't find this one, so one that I was looking for that wasn't at the record stores. I ordered it online. I don't have it yet, but I have the first one here, which is Jazz Sabbath. This is the first one. Now the one that just came out on Saturday is Volume 2. So, but I figured I'll show this one. I got this on Record Store Day on Black Friday. I believe it was Black Friday 2 years ago. So this was fantastic. I love Black Sabbath, and I love the. This is Rick Wakeman's son, Adam Wakeman. This is his band. I mean, there's a great documentary on them. It's hilarious. I'm not gonna get into it. Just let's just say it's like kind of Spinal Tap-ish. So it's funny. You guys will love it. If you love any sort of jazz, and if you love Black Sabbath, who were influenced by jazz, so these songs lend themselves well to jazz anyway. This is fantastic to pick up. If you can find this first one here, and then find Volume 2, I mean, I highly recommend them. So, this is the back of this one. Like I said, this is the earlier one that came out about Black Friday, Black Friday Record Store Day, probably a year and a half ago, and really cool. And so I got Volume 2 on the way, so I figured I'd show that one. And finally, the last thing I got was Charlie Benante and Friends, who is the drummer of Anthrax. He did during quarantine, he did a bunch of videos, a bunch of covers. He did quite a few Rush covers, and he pressed all the Rush covers he did up on an album called the Moving Pictures. So, cool take on the Rush Moving Pictures album title. So that's that. Here's the back of it. There's the songs he did: Subdivisions, Red Barchetta, Free Will, La Villa Strangiato, and YYZ. So, yeah, he had Alex Skolnick, Rod Diaz, bass player of Suicidal Tendencies, and Brandon Yeagley of Crowbot, who I saw was one of the last concerts. Was actually the very last concert I saw before the pandemic shut down. Was Crowbot in a little place. They were really good. So that's what I got on Saturday. I'm gonna show off a couple of other things I got on previous record store days. I figured I never really showed them off. So I got Frank Mourinho, Real Live. This is Volume 1 and Volume 2. They were both released on Record Store Day. I got this Frank Mourinho, great guitar player, formerly of Mahogany Rush. He just goes under his name now. Let's see what else I got here. Oh, this is a fantastic one. Allman Brothers Band, Fillmore East, 1970. There you go. Comes with a glow-in-the-dark poster. This was fantastic. This was pretty limited, too, from what I can remember. Love the Allman Brothers Band. My favorite Southern rock band, I would say. Let's see here. Let's do... Oh, here. Speaking of Alice in Chains, here's the Sap EP, which was a Record Store Day. There you go. All the songs are on one side, and it's got a etching on the B side. So, yeah, Alice in Chains, Sap. Let's see, Frank Zappa, We're Only In It For The Money. This was an original mono mix. Came out on Record Store Day. Love me some Zappa as well. Let's see what else we got here. Got a couple of Judas Priest ones. I got Rock and Roller, which was their debut album, on Cola Green, 180 gram embossed vinyl. It's vinyls embossed, really nice. And also Best of Judas Priest, which came out the last Record Store Day. Really cool embossed vinyl as well. This has been out of print. For years, so I figured I'd pick it up. So that's cool. One of my favorite bands out of the kind of the whole. I don't like to use the term hair metal. The MTV era kind of bands. I mean, even though they didn't come out in the 80s. They actually came out in 1990. To me, they were the bridge between kind of the glam metal 80s era and alternative rock of the 90s. So I always thought Saigon Kick was a pretty underrated band, and I love this album, The Lizard. It was a Black Friday Record Store Day release. Here's the back of it. I'm actually friends with Matt Kramer on Facebook. He's a really vocalist. He's a really great vocalist and a cool dude on Facebook. A great band that never really got their due, in my opinion. Let's see here. I got a couple King's X ones. Let's show off the King's X. So, I got 3 of them here, yeah. So we got King's X Tape Head. King's X, I love this band. Power trio from based out of Texas. This was on pink vinyl. Then we got on yellow vinyl, we got Please Come Home, Mr. Bulbous. You can see there. Yellow vinyl. And then we got Manic Moonlight on orange vinyl. These were never really on vinyl, so it was nice to get these finally on some vinyl. There. Another Allman Brothers final note. This was Dwayne Allman's last show. This is a bootleg. It's an audience recording, and the quality's not great, but for historical purposes, I got it because it's Dwayne Allman's last show. You can get this readily on. It's been on bootleg for years. I guess they felt compelled to put it on wax. Kind of cool just to have it anyway, but sound quality's not the greatest. I mean, it's not really recommended, to be honest with you, unless you're a diehard Allman Brothers fan. Jimi Hendrix Paris '67. I'm going there. Record Store Day. Love me some Jimmy as well. This was cool. Aerosmith's first rehearsal kind of tape. So the road starts here. Really cool, just when they were really starting out. Another cool band, Mr. Big. So lean into it. This was their second album. 5,000 copies of this was pressed for Record Store Day. Another really underrated 80s, glam metal era band. And that's it. That's what I got. So I want to show off some past Record Store Day stuff. So hope you enjoyed the video. Press like, subscribe, press the bell to get notifications. So help my channel grow, be cool, be podcast out. I appreciate you watching. And I'll be back soon with probably a contest video. I'm going to introduce a contest. And don't know how I'm going to do it yet. So be patient, and I'll get on with it. And hope you guys have a great night, and I'll see you soon. Cheers.